are in a prolonged economic crisis and a crisis of employee morale. We recently did our economic outlook survey. We released it around the time of the party conferences, and 6 out of 10 managers in this country have little or no faith in the government's economic agenda. Actually, only 2% see anything positive from it at the moment. And managers' optimism is at the lowest it's ever been since CMI started measuring this, which traces back to 6 or 7 years ago. So times are tough. We know from the study that we did with Carrie that 9 out of 10 organizations have experienced change in the past year, and actually 80% of that change is motivated by cost cutting. So, you know, it's about more for less, fewer people. And we also know that people are less satisfied with their jobs. Roughly 1 in 2 people are satisfied with their jobs. That's, again, the lowest level that we've measured. We measured that in 2012 after having done it initially in 2007, and all the metrics went south. So we can conclude, therefore, that managers actually, their well-being is obviously impacted by this. They're more stressed, they're more depressed, they're more likely to want to move on, they're more likely to fall ill. So what can we do to fix this? Well, effective management and leadership development is probably one of the simplest and most effective things you can do to fix these issues. And that's because effective management and leadership development does 4 things. It builds the business, it delivers improved management performance, and it also delivers an ROI in terms of paying back to the organization in terms of improved performance. It attracts and retains talent, and it boosts well-being. So it does all of these 4 things, and as such is a great cure for what ails us today. But obviously I wouldn't be doing my job if I just said that and then stepped down. I would like to share with you some data we have to prove this. Earlier this year, CMI, in conjunction with PENA, did the largest study into the effectiveness of management and leadership development in the UK. And the headline conclusions were that effective management and leadership development boosts organizational performance by 23% and people productivity by 32%. Those are some pretty stunning results. The same study also showed that 80%, in high-performing organizations, 80% of managers are effective, which is twice the number than in lower-performing organizations. So if you invest in management and leadership and you have effectively performing managers, you're much more likely to be a high-performing organization. We also know, and this is not a CMI study, it was a study done by LSE, McKinsey, and I believe Harvard. It was a global study that showed that a small improvement in management and leadership performance makes a big difference to outcomes. So if you can raise your management and leadership performance by 1 point on a 5-point scale, it's the same impact as a 25% increase in your workforce or a 65% increase in capital investment. And if you think about that in these challenging times where we all need to get more for less, that is a stunning tool to boost your productivity.